Okay.
Brother got on me a little bit.
About what?
Me knowing that I know to have on my fringes and stuff like that, so didn't have it on.
So you put it on?
So I made it right.
Oh, praise. Oh, praise. Let's clap it up for the brother. Let's clap it up. You know why? You know why we clap it up for you? That right there is faith. That's what God asked us to do, man. A lot of people wouldn't do that. That simple act that you just did proves that you believe in God.
Right.
You understand? So, who you fellowship with?
That's another thing. I travel a lot, so I've been with brothers in Cincinnati, Baltimore, Chicago. So I'm always over the place. I slowed down within the last few years, and I told the brothers that I've dealt with some camps around here.
Okay.
And
you don't want to name them?
I named them that week, you know, and I said one was one body, right?
Okay, one body, still with one body?
I'm not, and I wasn't a part of them, but I know what the word says. You got to deal with your brother.
Okay.
Dealing with your
So
brother.
why you not with them?
It's being in the word. I wasn't part of them. It's just as
no, why? How come you didn't join them?
The reason why I didn't join them is because what they were telling me, I knew it wasn't right.
Okay, you didn't agree with
something, not all, but some of the brothers out there, you know, they would give their lessons and teach and stuff like that. Then leaving out, some of the brothers moving to the side, you know, you don't have to do all of that. It's like, no, we got to do everything. It's not.
So hypothetically, hypothetically, you got a few guys in that congregation that pull you to the side and say, hey, man, don't believe this shit. Come on, don't believe this. What if you join us and the same thing happened to you?
Well, all right.
Is that going to stop you from getting the kingdom? I'm not saying it will happen, but I'm not saying everybody's 100% right either.
And that's a fact, right?
You see this right here? This is flesh and blood.
I know.
You understand me? Look, give me that in went on out with every win. Ecclesiastes.
Question though, I took one of your peppers, right?
Yeah.
That brother was here because he was
Jeremiah 17.
This brother was here. I showed up. They asked me. I gave him my word. I went out to White Side, right?
Excuse me, sis.
But what I was approached with was an elder, like other camps also.
You familiar with those pictures right there, man?
I don't want to say abusing his power, but he wasn't accepted. And then he went in and got on the brothers.
So they did.
And this brother here.
Oh, so
and he went and found
somebody got on.
Yes.
Okay.
And this guy was completely disrespectful, right? Because they asked me to come and gave me the vice president. I showed up the pepper. I showed up with my Bible, the apocrypha, the whole 9 yards. Went to the door, he wanted to treat me like a criminal. I have the bag in my jeep. And I told the brother, I said, you know what? I said, since you feel threatened of my presence, I will leave. He got it recorded because he had the body cam just like that. And I went to the door and I couldn't believe it. And I even told the guy, I said, I live back east. I drove off from this spot. You know, we gathered in the word, and I went on into White Side, right? And the way he treated me, I said, see, this is the same thing like every other cow. It's not everybody.
Now, I want to hear you out. Well, you know one thing I noticed with a lot of brothers that's on the fringes like that, and I mean this respectfully, as best as I can, a lot of y'all are sensual. A lot of y'all are emotional. You understand me? The majority of y'all you get rubbed the wrong way too easily. Look, check this out. This is why I said Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4.
3 weeks ago also. So something has to be wrong because I'm coming the way the Lord is telling me to come. But the rejection, when I show up, it's not humble. It even went to the point where he went off. Even though the brothers that invited me there, like I told them not to just be having people come up here. That's crazy to me because that's not the word of the Lord.
Grab that other
okay.
They didn't reject nobody, whether they were Christians or not.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. Yeah.
Jude chapter 1 and verse 19. These be they who separate themselves.
A lot of brothers who don't join congregations, they have this all in common. They separate themselves. Why?
Sensual.
You know what sensual means? What does it mean? Sensual.
I guess
what does sensual mean?
Being simple, highly emotional or whatever.
Sensual quite literally means emotional. A lot of y'all allow your emotions to keep you from congregating.
So how is that not emotional when brothers are not accepting and then they even turn you away?
Let me tell you something. You think I give a damn if a man accept me or not?
That's my point.
All jokes aside.
That's my point.
If he accepts me, you think I care?
And
if he accepts me, if you accept me, do you think I care?
I don't care. I don't care.
I'm being honest.
And that's my thing.
Respectfully, do you think I give a damn what you think about?
No, and you don't supposed to. And that's why I'm saying
but this is what
you gotta go both ways.
I'm not worried about you.
Me neither.
You are too worried about other people. You have to have a level of focus.
Do you see what y'all are
to
doing?
enter into this kingdom of heaven.
Exactly. Right. That's why I study the word 7 days a week.
Jude chapter 1 verse 19. These be they who separate themselves sensual, having not the Spirit.
See that when you had the spirit of the Lord, can't nothing stop you. Won't nothing stop you. Honestly, I love my brothers. So I ain't give a damn about somebody, especially not no man's opinion about me when it comes to me doing what this Bible says. Jeremiah 17 verse 4.
So, okay, so what do you say about that then?
You have to have a level of fortitude about you. You have to have such a strong character about you. You're not being moved by that.
Let me ask you this. Answer the question.
Okay.
So, the same in this Bible, it talks about what? Brothers that's in the congregation that's not doing right? They're casted out and vice versa, right?
Okay.
Okay, so why are you not?
You said it talks about brothers that what now?
Pretty much talking in the scriptures, right? It talks about those, right? Hello? Because I got it. Because like I said, that week that he did that, I was going to come out here, do all the scriptures, and run it down. And I said, you know what? The Lord says, no, don't do that. Because that's not your place to do that, right? But my thing is, when you got brothers in this congregation not doing what you guys are practicing and teaching, right? Ain't it a judgment for that also?
Yeah, we correct.
Exactly, right? But that brother wasn't corrected, right?
No congregation that's 100% perfect.
I know that.
We are not angelic beings. We are not cherubims. We are men.
I know that.
Now, Jeremiah chapter 7.
Come this way. Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 5.
There we go.
Thus says the Lord, cursed be the man that trusted in man.
Because God said to congregate. So the Bible says, cursed be that man that trusteth in men. Exactly. Don't put your trust in men to 100% to the point where you're like, I'm not going to do what God say do because of this man right here. You got to put your trust in God, that God has a certain amount of men on this earth that is his men, that will correct the things that goes wrong, and you have to learn how to 2 Corinthians 13 and 5.
So let me ask you a question.
I got you. I'm going to read this though, 2 Corinthians 13 and 5 real quick. Because I'll tell you a story about many stories, man. When I first came in, I was a teenager, right? And when I met the brother teaching the Bible, I had asked a deep question. I forgot what it is by now. It was something deep. Man, he taught a whole lesson, and I asked a question that had nothing to do with nothing. You know what he said? He just said abruptly, we ain't talking about that right now. And deep inside, I smiled. I said, yeah, I'm in the right room. Because those are the men that I came up around. I can't be around weak men. I'd rather you cuss me out than you to smile at me and watch me go off and do something wrong. I'm not, stuff like that don't bother me. You understand what I'm saying? Because guess what? When you was in football practice as a kid, you was getting cursed out. When you was in that church popping gum, your mama cursed you out. When you on the job and you mess up and you do something foolish that can harm everybody, your manager might talk to you rough. Everybody's not going to talk nice to you all the time. You yourself know within yourself you spoke rough to somebody before.
Right.
So we can't be hypocrites, man. We can't be, oh, he got, and these men in purple shirts, these are ranking men. If you're a ranking man, you for sure going to get cursed out.
Right.
But guess what? We are military. Same way when you in the white man's military. What you doing, man?
I would never be.
But you don't have to be in the military. This the military right here. Yeah, we're going to speak rough to one another because we got a job to do.
Right.
You understand me? Y'all have to put off that weak nature, man. And I'm not saying that you're weak, but it is a flaw in your character that's keeping you from congregating. And it's not just you. I see that with everybody, every especially you new brothers that just came in. Y'all new brothers like the last 5-6 years. Y'all want to do deep 2-hour videos about how this campus does. Who gives a damn, man? What you got for me?
So you saw no wrong.
2 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 5. Examine yourselves whether ye.
Examine your neighbor.
Examine yourselves
examine the men around you.
Examine yourselves,
You gotta learn how to examine yourself. Huh?
whether ye be in the faith.
Whether you doing what God said to do. Because the Lord created you for a purpose. Come on.
Prove your own self.
Know yourself. Know if let's say you gotta know what triggers you. Alright, if disrespect triggers you, you gotta say, alright, let me calm down. I'm being triggered right now. Let me remember what God said to do. You gotta know what triggers you. You don't know what triggers you.
Yes, I do.
It sounds like rough talking triggers you.
So do you depart from evil men or not? Because it's in the Bible.
Oh, we gonna kick their evil ass out. Somebody's truly evil, they gone. They won't stay
Because
here.
if I'm not mistaken, that's blocking somebody to coming into the phone. Because it's approaching me to the phone. That's what I'm trying to make you understand.
Okay.
This ain't the first time it's happened.
Okay. And guess what? It's not gonna be the last time it happens.
Exactly. And
So-
I'm okay with that.
Are you okay with
But
that?
is it in the scripture that I can depart from that? Right?
Okay, read.
Know ye not your own self, how that Jesus Christ is in you, except ye be reprobate.
Zephaniah 2:1. And sister, what you got for me? She want what?
She want food and water.
You want food and water? Sister,
Oh,
you
you don't give
missed
me the word, huh?
Hey sister, you at Mr. Bus. They was right here in the parking lot. Where was you at? You was late. You was late. You remember the saying, the early bird gets the worm?
That's food too. That's food for God.
You understand the early bird gets the worm, sister. That's why the bus had left. Who was out here earlier? Zephaniah 2:1.
I come to
Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong